Hey, good afternoon, everyone. So, this is number 2 band in my top 10 bands that were influential. And as I said before, in no ranking order. Couldn't do it. Too hard. Let's go. So this is definitely one of the Korn songs that I most identify with, mainly because of the lyrical content. For those of you that don't know, Jonathan Davis, the singer here, he was tormented and bullied terribly throughout his school years, his youth. So many terrible things happened that it's not wise to repeat on air, but I can relate to him because I also had a very terrible time in school as well with bullying and all that other stuff. So Korn is one of those bands from a lyrical content that I very much gravitated to because I knew through his lyrics that somebody else faced the problems that I was currently in at the time these albums came out, and that he came out the other side. So Korn, to me, has always been very influential, and it has also been very cathartic to listen to their music, and it's just been uplifting. Just that line, you can try to tear me down, you can try to beat me, it's just the lyrical content is insane. Like, he's coming from a very dark place, but he's given so many other people hope. And like, Korn is all about the groove, the bass lines, and just the really kind of funky guitar riffs. Like, they really made this genre in the late 90s, early 2000s. Like, Korn is basically the creators of nu metal in the United States. They are the flagship band that have been flying that flag for a very long time. Over 20 years now, they have been one of the top new metal bands in the U.S. I have seen Korn play live, I kid you not, at least 10 times. They are one of my favorite bands, and I'll forever see them live until they retire. The 7 strings. It's all about the 7 strings and the funky, odd noises that Head and Munky make with them. Like, they really brought the 7-string guitar to the front of the stage in the metal community. Like, Korn really showcased those guitars, and other bands started to use 7 strings because of Korn. Like, yes, 7 strings now are used in a lot of jet bands, and a lot of deathcore bands use 7 strings too, because they can play in that really low registry of, you know, drop A, drop B, and it sounds great. You know, they have the extra strings, there's different shapes, there's different chords and modes you can do on that guitar because you have more strings to work with. Sorry for the guitar speak, but personally for me, I think the 7-string guitar is the pinnacle for metal music. I think it is the best instrument for metal. The other thing I like about Korn, you know, like I said, they're one of those bands that also influenced me to pick up the instrument, guitar. Brian Welch here is one of my favorite guitar players. He probably will always be one of my favorite guitar players. Unfortunately, I have not had the fortune to meet Korn. I've gotten to meet a few of the bands that I really like, but I haven't gotten to meet Korn. I haven't gotten to meet Metallica. I haven't gotten to meet Slipknot. There's just something about it. Like, you just want to be able to meet these people and, you know, thank them for what they're doing, and, you know, thank them for taking their time away from their personal lives and their families to be on the road for, you know, a year, 2 years at a time sometimes. You know, when Machine Head was on the Blackening tour, I think Rob said they toured for 2 years straight on the Blackening tour, just constant tours. He was basically never home. So when you're in a band, you sacrifice a lot to do the live shows for your fans and play all over the world. That's something to be commended. Yes, some of these bands are extremely wealthy, but money and fame doesn't replace your family and friends that you're leaving behind every time you go on the road. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're having a great day or night wherever you're at. And as always, keep it metal.